Have y'all heard the good news? Of course you have. Everyone is tap dancing on their graves. But in case you haven't, Velma is officially cancelled. Maybe. I have some thoughts about that, but I'll leave those towards the end of the video. But for now, rejoice, fellow denizens of the internet. The evil has been slayed. Everyone, I have not seen this much hype and dancing around a show being cancelled, and we need to emphasize we are celebrating because the show itself is dead and buried. We are not celebrating people losing their jobs or getting fired. We hope you find employment elsewhere within the company because y'all animators are goated. But the people responsible, the people with their grubby little hands behind the scenes that have been dragging this carcass of a show for far too long are they cannot make any more money from this project. Again, I believe, because the thing with Velma is I also feel like Velma got just a little bit more hate than it deserved, but then every time I go into circles I'll be like, yeah, this is kind of deserved, because whereas other reboots that I feel get unnecessary hate like Teen Titans Go and Rise of the TMNT, you can still see the love and passion and Easter eggs and jokes within the crew that made the show. But with Velma, yeah, it was just spiteful. Also, I will not be showing any clips from this show because I like you, I want to spare your eyeballs, you're welcome. But also, I just don't like seeing this show. I still haven't forgiven them for Black Shaggy. What stereotypes were you trying to push? I don't care if you change his entire personality. This is not Shaggy. This is not the Shaggy I know. But again, they call him Norval in the show, but whatever. I'm going off the rails. This show, down to its core, took a premise. With Scooby Doo, I feel like with any other franchise, the fandom is kind of unreceptive to change, but Scooby Doo is the show that this concept will outlive my grandchildren. But in that fact, it has seen several different iterations. We've had the one where it's just Shaggy and Daphne and Scooby. We've had one where it's just Shaggy and Scooby. I'm pretty sure there's one that's just Fred and Shaggy, and one where it's Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby. Because guess what? What is the connecting theme here? Let's put our thinking caps on. It is Scooby Doo. You cannot take Scooby out of Scooby Doo. Nobody gives a shit about Velma or Daphne or Fred or Shaggy individually. We care about them in relation to the dog. So when you take the dog out of the equation and then spit on the premise that I am the main character, and it's like, of all the people you decided to make the main character is Velma. I know she's a baddie, I know she has an audience, but why Velma specifically? You could have gone Daphne, you could have gone Fred, my beloved, and then you took Fred and removed all the brain cells. But joke's on you, you can never strip Fred of his charisma. And now that this show is over, the budget can finally be given to another Scooby-Doo franchise that probably won't insult the fans in 47 different languages. Like, imagine if they took Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, another franchise that would outlive my grandchildren, and just say, you know what, the turtles are overrated. Let's make a movie or let's make a series only focused on April or Casey. They're the real stars of this show. Oh my god, you're gonna have to go into witness protection program if you do that, because my god, you missed the ball. But back to what I said initially about I don't really think this show is dead, because one final drama as we went out the door, the person who confirmed this is an artist who made a tweet. But then after that tweet, there was like official confirmation from news sites, so it was a leak, but not really. But also, I don't believe this show is dead. There is a rich motherfucker behind the scene that is personally funding this show, either out of the fact that they like the story, maybe it's a nepotism thing, their kids are writing the script, so they're pumping money into this thing just to make sure it's still alive, or it's a spiteful thing. And I kind of see the spiteful thing where, let's say there's this like millionaire woman, or let's not even put a gender, this millionaire asshole who just likes watching the fandom squirm, and maybe Velma has always been the character they liked since they were a kid, and they have millions of dollars to just burn. And I believe, like, I don't know if the animation budget of Velma is really good, but let's even say, okay, one season would cost $1 million. They can just be like, okay, fine, have 5 million. I'm pretty sure I'm just lowballing it. A season of animation is very expensive, but I believe like an episode can cost anywhere between $40,000 and $100,000. So That's where I'm kind of guesstimating the $1 million per episode, but it could be anywhere between 25 million. But you know, there's some rich fuckers out there who have more money than they know what to do with. You'd think this riches was handed down to them by God personally, and they would say this show is not cancelled. The network would be like, well, there's no funding, there's no money. They're like, here, I will pay all the artists, I'll pay everything, this show must continue. And that's just a personal little theory I have. But for now, show is over. Show is over. I can rest in peace. I can go to sleep. I have not watched a frame of animation from this show. I try to, but I literally cannot give energy into things I hate. So I'm just happy it's over. But that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.